Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 4th Annual Rock for Recovery. I'm Erin Davis. I'm the Director of Janesville Mobilizing for Change and Chair of the Rock County Prescription Drug Abuse and Heroin Task Force. I hope you enjoyed the awareness walk and the resource fair, and that you'll stick with us for the candlelight vigil following the presentations to honor the lives of those we've lost to the disease of substance use disorder. Nationally, drug overdoses took the lives of 70,237 people in 2017, and alcohol-related deaths are estimated at 88,000 each year. This is a combined total of more than 150,000 people. This number is staggering and terrible. Yet in a study in 2012, it showed that more than 22 million adults in America are in recovery. It is this we need to hold on to and what gives us hope. We have people in recovery right here in Rock County and many right here in this room. With us tonight, we have Katie, Tara, and Kristen, who will talk to you about their recovery journey, and Amanda, who has the pleasure of helping people find recovery through the drug treatment court. Please join me in welcoming them this evening to hear their stories and celebrate with them. First, we're going to hear from Amanda Suarez.
All right. Like she said, I'm Amanda Suarez. I am a therapist with the Rock County Drug Court. I've been with the program for, I think, going on 6 years now. Thank you. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about why drug courts are different from traditional treatment, and also why they're different from traditional justice system. So according to the National Association of Drug Court Professionals, 65% of all U.S. inmates have a substance use disorder. We are currently spending $80 billion annually on incarceration. So, and according to the National Association of Drug Court Professionals, treatment courts are the single most successful intervention in our nation's history for leading people living with substance use and mental health disorders out of the justice system and into lives of recovery and stability. So our drug court in Rock County started in 2007. We currently have 43 participants in our program. Since we started in 2007, we've had 295 graduates, so that's pretty amazing. We have roughly about a 50% graduation rate, which is actually really great. I know it doesn't sound great, but it's right in line with the national average. So our treatment court is different from other, it's not different from other treatment courts, but it's different from traditional treatment in that it incorporates the criminal justice system into our treatment. So instead of people getting incarcerated, we bring them into the program where they can really get help. So we work collaboratively with the criminal justice system. So we have our drug court judge, we have the public defender's office, district attorney's office, probation parole, the sheriff's department, and we all work together towards a common goal, trying to help the client as best as possible. If you ever attend a drug court session, it's significantly different than other criminal justice sessions in that the judge really gets a chance to talk to each client individually. She gets to know, our judge is Judge McCory, she's in here somewhere. There she is. But she gets a really good chance to understand where each client is at so that we can really try to tailor everybody's treatment to their needs. Also, so for treatment, we definitely provide both dual substance use and mental health counseling by the use of individual counseling, group therapy. We definitely try to incorporate understanding trauma and how it affects clients that are coming into our program. So we do our best to really see clients where they're at and try to meet their needs, to really address what their actual needs are. Our group counseling, we do a lot of different types of group therapy. We include dialectical behavioral therapy, which is really helping clients understand their emotions and how to cope with things. We also do our biggest treatment that we do is called MRT, which is moral recognition therapy. So this really helps address that criminal justice piece, and that it helps clients really understand how their behavior has affected others, how their behavior has affected themselves, and then allows them to gain more trust in the program, work on acceptance, and then ultimately they start working on goals. So what goals do I want to achieve in the program? Where do I want to be? And it helps them break it down so that they're achievable, measurable, so that they can really feel like they're making some progress. We also provide MAT services, which is medication-assisted treatment. So if clients come in and are in need of that type of therapy, we do have a psychiatrist on staff that's able to provide that if needed. Also with phases, so we have a 5-phase program. So in the beginning of our treatment, clients are really, it's heavy treatment. So they're coming into the office every single day, getting the treatment, going to groups, talking with their counselor, that sort of thing. Whereas throughout the phases, it starts kind of coming back. So we encourage more pro-social activity towards the end phases to encourage people to really seek out recovery opportunities outside of our treatment. So in the community, we do require things like pro-socials, where clients go out and they can either attend meetings, they can attend just events that are really helpful for their own recovery. So that's something that we require. And then towards the end, we also really emphasize getting aftercare. So what is your aftercare going to look like to encourage them to continue the recovery efforts after the program? So it's kind of an overview of our program. That's what I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Amanda. Next, we will hear from Katie Kukuk.
No pressure. Hello, everyone. My name is Katie. I appreciate you guys all being here tonight for one reason or another. Each of you sitting here tonight could be here just for support, or because you or someone you love has been a part of this problem. It's never easy to talk about our demons, our past, but the truth is, when we do it for a reason. If I can reach just one person, I feel like my job is complete. My story hasn't always been rainbows and butterflies, but as I stand here tonight, I thank God I am alive, healthy, and so grateful to be standing up here talking to you about how you can live a good, healthy life after addiction. I want to talk about the positive and the changes that I made after I decided to live a life worth living. It was a tough decision. I remember laying in my bathtub while my mom was sitting next to me. Tears were flowing down her face. She looked at me and said, "What did I do wrong, Katie?" She didn't do anything wrong. My dad and her raised me well. I had respect, knew right from wrong, and always worked hard for what I wanted. But unfortunately, I fell hard. That was a big moment for me, though. I knew I wanted to be a better person. It was a rough couple weeks, but I managed and came out even better. My main point of standing up here tonight is to really talk about life after a terrible addiction and how it can transform into a beautiful thing. When I had the pleasure of sitting down with the organizers of this event, I was really transparent about how I hate to see people who are in recovery, recovered, or wanting to be changed never feel good enough, how they think they don't matter, and how they never will truly have a good life after. I was once in their shoes. I remember thinking to myself, who's really going to hire an ex-junkie with a background and track marks all over her arms? This, unfortunately, is a normal thought for someone who struggles. We get so caught up, we do bad things, and we get in trouble. It could be with our families, our friends, or even the law. This prompts people to believe that they can and will never amount to anything. They don't even want to apply for that job they would love to work for because they know as soon as they do that background check, that glim of hopes is gone. I was lucky enough to have a great support system through my recovery. I had an entire family, a wonderful group of friends, and everyone cheered me on. They would always push me to apply for that job I wasn't qualified for, or go back to college and get a degree. I think this was a huge part of my success. If I didn't have them telling me I could and I was good enough, I don't think I ever would have done it. Because of that, I found a great job and made that my main focus. My time spent with my last employer was important. I started fairly soon after I decided to get clean. I had really bad days, but one phone call to Haley, Kristen, Olivia, any of them, I knew I could be okay. I was fortunate enough to be really good at sales. I was a top performer for my company, and I got a promotion to be a manager. I remember the day I got the call for the promotion. I cried and cried and then cried again. Just 2 years prior, I was a homeless junkie sleeping in my car, figuring out where my next fix was coming from. And here I am, a boss at a great company. I enjoyed my time spent there. After being there for 5 years, I decided to take on a new challenge and apply for a director of sales role at a larger company. I got the job. Here I am, going on 7 years of sobriety and have a career I'm proud of. I always find it funny when I do open up to anybody about my past and they say the same thing every time. Wow, I would never think of you as a drug addict. I don't know why that is. It really can hit anyone. The best of people can fall to addiction. Your doctors, your teachers, your friends, anyone. If you're here tonight because you are in recovery or considering recovery, please believe when I tell you this. It is worth it. You will do something great. You can get that job you want. You can run that company in 10 years if you put your mind to it. If you are here tonight because someone you love is an addict or in recovery, please be sure to remind them of their worth. When you become a drug addict, you truly feel like you're the scum of the earth. All it takes is one person to change someone's mindset. Sit down, help them create a vision board, a goal to work towards. Be their biggest supporters, not their enablers. Thank you again for coming tonight. Together we can help our community become a better place. There's a special person here tonight, my friend Carly. I wanted to recognize her strength. She's going on a year sober. I'm so proud of her. And that's all.
All right, thank you, Katie. We really appreciate your courage in coming up and speaking today. Next, we will be hearing from Kristen Scholes.
Super nervous about this. So I didn't know how to start this off when I decided to get clean 11 months ago. I was faced with fear, scared to death. And fear can mean one of two things: forget everything and run, or face everything and recover. I chose to recover. I got tired of this life. I have my family in front of me today. It's been 13 years. My kid, I'm a grandma. She was one of my biggest motivations to get clean. I had the choice to take in 3 months in prison, which anybody who knows, that's a walk in the park, and do it with my eyes closed, or take the drug court treatment option for 14 months or more, and I did. I decided to go in there and try to lie about it right away. I was high as hell when I walked in them doors. And my counselor said, just please be honest. You're not in trouble. We gotta know. Okay. So, you test the waters everywhere you go. We're addicts. That's what we do. So I decided to start getting to know a lot of these people. Stormy, Mary, Carly, Katie, Nicole. These women have been the biggest support I've ever had besides my family. Looking up to them, seeing them with this clean time, I knew I could do it. And then seeing this drug court treatment team, amazing. I've never had so many people who didn't even know me believe in me and show me they believed in me. Told me every day, you can do this. Down to our receptionist, Michelle, who was there for everybody. You're having a bad day, go in, she is there. Every counselor there knows who you are, and I'm very grateful. And I'm very grateful Rock County got this drug court treatment for people like us. Stop trying to take the easy way out. I learned a lesson a long time ago called taking the hard right. That is a hard step to do, but I did it. I had 11 months clean yesterday. Honestly. I knew I could fake stuff for many years getting away. I knew how to fake a drug test. I could do this, I could do that. But when you get tired, it's time to let it go. It's time to grow up. It's time to change. I have 3 options if I don't: jails, institutions, and death. I don't want to die. I don't want my friends to die. And I know that any one of them, I could pick up the phone and they're there for me. That's a great feeling. I didn't trust myself for many years. They showed me what it was like to trust again. My family trusted me again. My sister let me come to her house and not worry about having to put stuff up. That's a great feeling. This treatment court has done a lot for me. The MRT, setting goals. I haven't set a goal ever in life. I'm 41 years old. Never in life. I have goals set. I'm paying bills, and I know everybody hates doing it, but I get excited when I pay my bills, and on time. I ain't got to worry about getting another new cell phone number. I've had the same number for over a year. That's an accomplishment. Any addict knows that. Or even if you're a smoker, to have the same lighter for more than a week. You know, this has been an amazing opportunity, and if anybody was ever thinking about doing it, do it. Your life is worth it. Your family is worth it. There's hope out there. You know, I don't want to sit and talk about how bad it is out there, because we all know. Everybody owns a TV, a phone, you see the news. It's terrible. But there's help. And there's people who will help you. I'm one of them. If nobody's told you they love you today, I love you. I will love you too. Learn to love yourself, like my friends did for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. And now we have Tara Johnson.
Go, Tara. Oh. Should I leave? Oh. I thought I could go. Can I go? Go. Oh. Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Johnson. I'm truly grateful to be here tonight. Hi, Tara. Hi. I'd like to thank Mike for one of the opportunities, to place my name in the bowl, to be able to get an opportunity to come up here and share some experience, strength, and hope. Thanks for going ahead and sharing your message. It's truly inspiration to be able to hear the system and to be able to see people that are able to walk through that. I appreciate that, because I'm going to date myself a little bit. I have the opportunity, grateful opportunity, to celebrate. I have 24 years in the program. And so even though the things, maybe substances have changed, different names have changed, opportunities that are available now versus opportunities that were available then are amazing. So it's truly inspiring to be able to see and to be able to be a part of, because even though it may not be something that I need directly right now, I know people, and through meetings, and to be able to gain those resources are really exciting. I sit here and I look in the back and talking about the drug court, and it was something that I didn't even think was going to hit me tonight with that. But I have a lot of hope, because I have a sister that's just recently incarcerated. And so going there and being able to see the opportunities and knowing that I can step away because there's a community of resources that are available to help her. And so I'm truly excited for that for her, because when you're left to your own resources, you usually don't make the best choices. So I know I was kind of back and forth on, if she went here, did she really need to? What was going to take place? But again, it was inspiration. So thank you for sharing that. And I have even more hope that I know she'll get what she needs. So a little bit about, my using. I qualified. I qualified with a lot of things I started, I remember at 13 years old. And I want to focus on that first time that I used, because the feeling of that night was a feeling that carried me into all the different substances. So I was supposed to go out with friends. The friends changed plans, and then new plans started, and the plans involved, some drinking. And so I remember picking up that drink because I was confused at why did the friends cancel? Because I took it personal. I thought maybe, they didn't like me. Did something happen? Did they know about my family? What was going on? So at a young age, I always was worried, and I wanted to be accepted. And so when I picked up and I drank, I fit in for that first time. And I think I fit in with myself. And it was a scary, uncomfortable, yet exciting emotion. And at that point, I knew throughout the times I was a class clown. I did a lot of things to be the center of attention, to take away, but really I was finding opportunities where all the using was. And every time I hung around other people that were using, I never had to take a look at myself. And so I thought an alcoholic was the bag under the bridge, and I thought an addict was somebody with a needle in their arm. And, my husband and I talk about that sometimes. And so through my years, I tried to do everything I could to not be that stereotype. And I lost a lot of internal things within myself. So I started at a young age, and any of you know, once you start, you pretty much stop growing emotionally, spiritually. You're at that level, and everything else is just how you're going to continue to use and find ways. That cycle continued, and I learned to be a functioning addict, and I guess I came to an acceptance around 18 years old that was just the way life was going to be. And I came to a point of saying I was okay with that, because I thought I could still control everything. And so I tried that for a little while, and then my mom got sick. And my mom got sick, and I was the youngest in the family. And I remember going over to her house and then taking her up to the hospital, and she was diagnosed with brain cancer. And at that point, I didn't care really about what the doctor was saying. All I could think about was leaving there and getting something to make that go away. And I never shared a lot of that because I was like, then they're going to start judging me. Then they might really think that there's a problem with this. So I tried to function, and after she passed, I was introduced to the drug that was the love of my life, and I was so grateful that I found it, because I found recovery quicker than I probably would have. I started using crack cocaine, and that was something that I said I would never do. I'd never go to those places. I'd never do these things. And that secret life was very difficult. And through that time, though, there was a lot of people within the community that were trying to reach out. I was younger, so I had a probation officer because, I made some poor choices. They were juvies, but I was, I had them. I had counselors that wanted to help me, but I always thought that they should save themselves for the ones that really needed it. It wasn't me. So there was a lot of resources available that I never took advantage of through that time. But I was grateful when I hit the bottom that I did. And so I was around the age of 22 years old, had a husband, was still functioning. Figured this was going to be our life. It was okay. Was able to get a job. I was the oldest living 8th grader, but I managed to go back and get a GED. And so life, that was how it was. And then I got caught. And then the secret life, I couldn't cover up anymore. And I remember being picked up that evening and given that choice. And so for family members, when you think that you just got to wipe your hands and you have to walk away, try one more time. Try one more time. And it doesn't mean that you have to try to take them in and to make them okay, but try that one more time. And whether it's a threat, whether it's you're going to do this, you never know if that's going to be the time. And that time was for me, and they took me. And I know they were tired. they were tired of me, and I had friends. And my husband, they gave me a choice. And I said, fine, because I wanted to keep the marriage. I wanted to, keep the job. I didn't want to stop the using. I wanted to stop using that one drug. I wanted to control everything else. So I went in, and through that time, that was the first time that I heard, and I was so grateful for that I had a disease and that recovery was possible. I wasn't this bad person. I wasn't this sick person. I wasn't this person that should be shamed. I wasn't contagious. I had a disease, and it was called addiction. And I was like, wow, other people have this? And through that point, it's been a journey that has been amazing. So recovery is available to all of us. And recovery has given me the opportunity to be a productive member of society. And I started going to meetings. So I was introduced to meetings through treatment. I think that's amazing when they bring members into meetings. I was introduced to several different 12-step programs, and I was really grateful because I was younger than I am now. And I didn't know where I'd fit in, and some of those I didn't fit in. And so I was super excited that they took me to other meetings. They showed me other things. I met people. Hospitals and institutions was available at that time. I met a lady that is still my sponsor during that time. She introduced me to go to a home group. I have members of my home group for the last 24 years sitting in the audience. And they became my family. The meetings taught me how to learn to have a job. Because I chaired a meeting. I had to be responsible. I had to show up. I had to have accountability. They gave me the opportunity to learn how to have disagreements. If you've ever been to a business meeting or stayed after in a function, you can learn how you can really have to set yourself aside, and you'll learn how to function in groups without the use of drugs. You also, that unconditional love, I was so grateful for these people. They gave me love when I didn't know how to love myself, but the reason why I cry is because they taught me how to be a parent. Through the beauty of it, we had a lot of complications, but we have a 23-year-old daughter that's never seen her mother high. And these guys taught us how to do that. I have a husband that, same husband, the whole time, and he's now got 19 years clean because everybody would come over to our house because I had to have fun. So if you guys don't think that recovery is fun, I beg to differ. There's functions, go over to people's houses, get crazy, have fun. And you need that because that's what brought my husband into recovery, because I brought everyone over to our house on Friday night after the meeting, and he couldn't use that night. So he made a choice, and the drug court was offered to him when he was time to make some different choices. So again, I'm extremely grateful to be here. There's so many things that recovery has given me, and I wouldn't say it's given me a life back, it's given me a life, because I never knew the difference. So thank you, and with that, I'll pass.
All right, so I would like to once again thank our speakers this evening for gathering the courage to come up and share their stories with us. Next, we're going to be starting our candlelight vigil. Zandy Finn is going to be coming up, and she will be leading that. But while she is coming up, I would just like to take a moment to thank everybody who came, had a booth here, everybody who came to support a family member, a friend, also Rock County Human Services for contributing support to the event, and to JATV for televising. Also, a big shout out to Zandy Finn. So Zandy she was the chief organizer of the event this year, so she did a great job. Just like to give her a big round of applause.
Hi there, my name is Jenny Hallett, and this is actually my daughter, Brittany Rose Hallett, and she actually died from alcohol addiction almost 5 years ago on November 5th. Coming up here will be her 5-year anniversary. And so I've been very active in trying to really get help for people. And so the quilts behind me, I think you may already have someone talk about them, but basically this was last year's quilt that Brittany is on. And so right here is Brittany's picture. She's from Milton, Wisconsin. And so I'm very active in trying to make a difference. And so that maybe somebody else won't have to lose their child to addiction, to alcohol, or really any drug. And so one thing that I'm really, really working on right now is trying to gather people from the area that would like to work with me and really get more educated about the issues of addiction and help educate the legislators. So, you know, whether it be calling them or emailing them or going there in person to meet with them. And so I've actually got a new Facebook page I just created, and it's called SUD Advocates for Change. And so if anybody would like to maybe start gathering and help me, you know, go out there and reach out. Also, I've got a website, and it is called Brittany's Alcoholism Counseling and Prevention. And so you can go to that website, and there's a link to a special Facebook page where I put information all about alcoholism. And two more things I'll say real quick. There's a really, really powerful movement going on called Mobilize Recovery. And so this is some information about it right here. But Ryan Hampton is a national advocate who put together a big, the first annual Mobilize Recovery event in Las Vegas, brought people from all around the country. And so people that are working like I am. So now we're all connected. And they just launched a new website called Recovery Advocacy Project. And they're actually putting together trainings, the trainings that we said we wanted to learn about. So they're helping us know how to do what we're trying to do. And last is, this is actually an organization also called Shatterproof. And so I've been working with them. And they actually are a national organization that really helps give people like me a voice. They're cleaning up right now, sorry. But they help, give people like me a voice. So I just became a Shatterproof ambassador. And so actually, if you go to their website, shatterproof.org, I believe, you'll see this story right here. This is a picture of my daughter when she graduated from Milton High School. And even though her addiction was to alcohol, I actually got trained in how to administer naloxone. And just 9 days later, I helped to save a young man's life with it. And so Shatterproof actually asked me to put that story. I wrote a story, and it's actually on their blog right now. So anyway, if anybody would like to reach out to me, you can email me at jennyhallett@brittany'sacap.com. So Jenny Hallett at BRITTANYSACAP.com. Thanks so much. And I love you forever, Brittany Rose.
I'm Brittany Ranum, the Outreach Coordinator at the Gifts Men's Shelter. Gifts serves homeless men in Rock County. We are traditionally a 30-day short stay program. You do have to be from Rock County. You do have to have a valid ID and be willing to change your life. We are a Christ-centered ministry, and we really hope that we provide the help that these guys need in our community.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm from Crossroads Counseling Center. We offer outpatient mental health and AOTA counseling. We also offer a day treatment program. We're specifically outpatient. We do have med management available. We take all sorts of insurances. We are located in downtown Janesville. And you can reach us at 608-755-5260. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tegan. I'm with Community Action. So Community Action has a whole bunch of different programs that are here to help the community. All of the different ones are kind of listed here. But the one that I'm specifically with is Community Action's weatherization program. So what we do is update homes to make them more energy efficient at no cost to people if they're financially eligible. So how to be eligible would be to apply with energy assistance. They provide utility bill assistance if you're financially eligible. And then we go in, take a look at furnaces, water heaters, insulation, and a whole bunch of different things to help lower your energy usage and your utility bill costs.
We're here representing Compass Behavioral Health Clinic, which is on the south side of Janesville at 1820 Center Avenue, Suite 107. And we're here and we have information with Project Connect and Project Treat. Project Connect is a program that's offered at Compass, which helps homeless individuals who are Rock County residents, 16 years of age or older, get substance use and mental health treatment. And then Project Treat is a program that helps offenders re-entering the community in the Janesville or the Rock County area. Actually, Rock County. Just Rock County. Helps them get substance use and mental health treatment as well.
Hi, I'm Mary Belo. I'm with the Hedberg Public Library, and we are here tonight in support of Rock for Recovery. And the library has a lot of resources for all kinds of people, but especially for people who are trying to get their lives back together after some kind of crisis. Whether it's coming into the library and having something to do, activities for children, for adults, programs, something to read, some things to learn about. We have access to Gale Courses, which is an online class where you can sign up for a 6-week online class on all kinds of subjects, whether it's computer skills, life skills, dealing with medical emergencies, or job skills. Our Library Matters flyers has all our programs for the next few months, including the Diwali program that's coming up on Saturday, October 26th from 1 to 3. And that's going to be talking about a Hindu holiday that I don't know much about, and that's why we're having a program, is we all, as a community, are going to be learning more. Some other things that we have, if you are not able to come down to the library, but you still want to read and watch films, listen to books, music, we have a lot of digital resources. So one is called Hoopla Digital, and that is a downloadable source for books and audiobooks, as well as for quite a lot of music. There is the Overdrive, also known as Libby, which also has books and audiobooks to check out. And then there's a third one that's called Canopy, and that one's much better for films, and there's quite a few films available on that. There's much more at the library. You can always call us, stop by, and our phone number is 758-6600. We are located at 316 South Main Street in downtown Janesville.
Hello, my name is Reverend Michael Bell. I'm associate minister down in New Zion Baptist Church in Beloit, Wisconsin. What we've started is a nonprofit organization that we call In Touch Outreach. In Touch part is to go in and connect with the individuals that's incarcerated, and the outreach part is to connect with them when they come out, to be able to connect them with job, resources, mental illness or trauma, whatever they may be lacking or need assistance with. We try to direct them in the right direction. This is a direct service program. We also direct service program that we help them with this life support group that we have in Beloit and Janesville. Life support consists of just what it sounds like. Just like a physical trauma people suffer from being on life support, this is the emotional and mental trauma that they have suffered that we help them be able to identify with, get into the root causes of what have caused them the negative behavior. Nobody grows up when they're a child saying that I want to be an alcoholic or a drug addict or a person that's incarcerated. Nobody wakes up once says they want to be a womanizer, liar, cheater, stealer. And all those things are negative, so we just try to help them to be able to get to the root cause of it. Not just to deal with the alcohol, drugs, but getting to the bottom line of what's going on with them. Being able to help them and continue getting their life on track. Because this right here, the life support consists of co-ed. So one program I ran, it was just mostly with men. But I understand that a lot of women, the whole family needs help. So that's why we expanded to allowing it to be co-ed, helping the men and women getting the resources they need and being able to work with them to be able to get on their feet, get their life on track. And also we're starting to work with children too, the whole family. If the whole family is dysfunctional, you can't work with one person coming out of home. So being able to continually work with the whole family is very important, very essential to allowing the whole, not just that family, but also our community and our nation to be able to be supportive and be strong. Being able to help them and allow them to know that they are somebody. We work with them with kind of intervention, character development, helping them change their beliefs that they've had for so long, and also allow them to actually have hope into changing and allowing them to know that they are somebody. Because a lot of people are going around suffering from stress or worry or thinking that they're nobody or not worthy enough to actually change. And so we work with them in 2 days in Beloit, 2 days in Janesville. We come together in Beloit Tuesday and Thursdays, Janesville Monday and Wednesdays. The address for Janesville is 169 South Academy. That's 169 South Academy. And the address in Beloit is 1905 Mounds. And both and all groups starts at 9 to 12. 9 to 12, anybody can come. And again, I'm Reverend Michael Bell. My number is 608-718-5912. Give me a call. Anybody that's struggling. One of our mottos for the program is no one left behind. So we don't turn anyone away. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sherry Faber, and I'm with Janesville Mobilizing for Change. Tonight I'm here representing the Rock County Trauma Task Force. The Rock County Trauma Task Force works to educate the community about the impact of trauma and adverse childhood experiences, and particularly how those are connected to substance abuse. We have a whole lot of resources available and information. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to jm4c.org and look at our Rock for Resilience tab to find more information. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm here representing the Rock County Sheriff's Office. We have an in-house drug and alcohol program called RECAP. It's Rock County Education and Criminal Addictions Program. People come into our program either sentenced from the courts or through probation, alternative to revocation. We're also representing here the county's drug court program, in which I'm an administrator for that program. The county also has numerous other specialty courts like OWI court, Veterans Court, and now a family court. There's a lot of jail reentry services that we've introduced over the last year and about 2 years. We have a Vivitrol program now for people who are leaving the jail. We cooperate and coordinate with other programs where people are given jobs or get the ability to get jobs before they leave the jail. So there's a lot of reentry things that we're doing at the Sheriff's Office, as well as just around the state. There's many drug courts throughout the state of Wisconsin. There's an association called the Wisconsin Association of Treatment Court Professionals, and they just provide resources and services to the drug courts around the state. So that's what we're here for, and we've got a lot of vendors around, and we're just here to support people in recovery and those who need information to either help loved ones or themselves through that process.
So my name's Sharon Newen-Soxley. I'm with Rock Valley Community Programs. We have a project employ that will help serve reentry individuals with programming to help them become employed. We offer intensive case management services. The whole goal of the project employ is to be able to help individuals obtain employment and sustain that employment to make sure that they can take care of themselves and their family if they have one. Contact information for our program, you can email projectemploy@rvcp.org or contact us at 741-4500.
Hello, my name is Matthew Walthius. I work with Rock Valley Community Programs Housing for Our Vets, and we have a residential facility for veterans who are experiencing homelessness. It's a 2-year program. They can come live at the facility and get case management. We help them get back on their feet. Have any addiction problems, we can help them address those as well. If any veterans are interested in contacting us, they can apply. They can call us at our number 608-741-4500 and call us for an application.
Hi, Hi, I'm Catherine Mattingly with Lutheran Social Services. Our office is in Janesville and Beloit, and we provide individual counseling for both adolescents and adults for mental health and AODA. We are United Way funded, so we are able to provide a sliding scale fee, which is based on your income, and we take a lot of other health insurances as well. We also provide services with interns, so it's only $10 to come see us with an intern for mental health. If you have any questions, feel free to call us. We also offer Smart Recovery, which is a support group for AODA. We are located at 612 North Randall Street, right across the street here in the First Lutheran Church.